Hey there, movie lovers. Today we're diving into the Egyptian psychological thriller, Project X, starring Karim Abdel Aziz. This isn't your typical action flick, it's a deep, twisted ride through secret experiments, memory manipulation, and one man's desperate journey to uncover the truth. Grab a drink, sit back, and let's break it all down. We start with a quiet airport arrival. Yassin, a sharp, serious-looking officer, is stepping off a plane from the United States. He's been away for a few years, studying, training, upgrading his skills. He's not just a cop anymore, he's a cyber investigator, a profiler, and a tech-savvy problem solver. Back home in Cairo, Yassin reports to his new unit. On his desk, a mysterious file labeled, Project X. He opens it, and immediately knows this is no ordinary case. Inside are autopsy reports, pictures of victims, strange surgical marks on their skulls. People who died suddenly, without cause, but all showing signs of brain surgery or tampering. At first, the case seems random. But as Yassin digs deeper, he discovers a pattern. All the victims had one thing in common. They were involved, willingly or not, in a secret neuroscience experiment run by an underground research facility. Funded by unknown sources, no oversight, no rules. The goal, to control human behavior using neural implants. Yeah, you heard that right. We're talking about literal brain chips, devices inserted into the cerebral cortex that let someone else control your emotions, thoughts, even your actions. Total mind control, and it's already been tested on dozens of people. Some survived, some didn't. Yassin, being the straight-edge officer he is, wants to shut this thing down. But nobody's talking. The facility denies everything. The official records have been erased. And some of the people he interviews, they mysteriously vanish days later. Then, everything changes. While cross-checking names of former subjects, Yassin finds something that stops his heart. His own brother, Rami. Rami had gone missing years ago. The family thought he'd left the country or gotten involved in shady business. But no, Rami was one of the first test subjects for Project X. Now Yassin is no longer investigating for justice. He's investigating to save his brother. Yassin goes rogue. He hacks into military records, sneaks into private clinics, interviews whistleblowers. He discovers that Rami didn't just get implanted, he was programmed. The chip inside Rami's brain suppresses emotion, heightens aggression, and installs trigger commands that can be activated remotely. He's basically a walking weapon. When Yassin finally tracks Rami down, it's like talking to a ghost. His brother's eyes are cold. His voice is mechanical. And when Yassin pushes too hard, Rami snaps, goes into a violent episode and disappears again. Now Yassin knows, Rami is dangerous, but also a victim. Meanwhile, we meet the villain, Drive. Rashid, a brilliant neuroscientist who once worked for the government. Rashid now leads Project X from a secret lab. He believes free will is the root of human chaos, and that mind control is the next evolution of civilization. To him, he's not evil, he's saving humanity by rewriting how we think. Rashid's team is preparing for the final phase, launching a new chip that doesn't just control behavior, but also emotions, love, loyalty, fear. Basically, if this chip rolls out, no one will ever think for themselves again. Yassin infiltrates the lab using stolen credentials. What he finds inside is terrifying. Rows of test subjects strapped to machines, data streaming on massive screens, and Rami, wired up for the final upgrade. Yassin fights his way through Rashid's guards, reaches his brother, and tries to pull him out. But Rashid confronts him directly. Cue an intense, emotional showdown. Rashid argues that humanity doesn't deserve freedom. That people lie, cheat, steal, kill, and his technology is the cure. Yassin argues that even if we're flawed, we have the right to choose. That free will is what makes us human. During the fight, Rami begins to glitch, torn between the programming and his real memories. Yassin reminds him of their childhood, their parents, their bond. It works. Rami breaks through the mind control for a moment. Just enough. In one final act of redemption, Rami turns on Rashid, destroying the control systems and sacrificing himself in the process. The lab goes into lockdown. Alarms blare. Everything shuts down. Yassin escapes, barely making it out before the place self-destructs. In the final scene, Yassin sits alone, holding a photo of him and Rami as kids. He knows the public will never hear the full story. The government will bury it. But he also knows Project X is over. For now.